I'm Britta, and today I want to go into story mission 2 of Children of Zodiarcs. In story mission 1, if you remember, we infiltrated the nobles' quarters, and Nami and Pester have been charged with the task of stealing a very valuable relic there. I suspect we will have to fight anyway. So there's a bit more insight into the relics from a bygone age, the Zodiarcs. But it seems that the knowledge of the Zodiarcs and what they did or can do is pretty much gone. And here we are. Nami seems to have experience with these guys. She's a feisty wee girl. Oh dear, he looks so smug and self-satisfied, doesn't he, Lord Argon? We will meet him more times during the story as it progresses. Aha! A huge thug armed with a club. That's bound to be Zerkov. Not much choice, is there? Yep, we got to defeat them all. Now we get a bit more tutorial about the cards. We already know that every character has their own special deck of cards. The turn order, if you've played any turn-based type of game before, you know that that's how it goes. You move, you select your move or command, choose your target, and execute. The tiles are very helpful, the colored tiles. So yeah, I'm finding it really easy in this game. Now let's have a look at the cards we've been given at this stage to start out with. Nami has her favored Blitz cards, which are really, really useful, and the Knives Out, which I'll no doubt be able to show you as well. Pester is a long-range rifle character. He's got a very useful long-range iron sight card, and the quick draw is for shorter distances but will cover a small area. So we don't have time at this stage to top out our cards to the full complement of 7, so we'll just have to dive straight in and then see if we can have a breather. Nami attacks with Blitz, obviously, and we have We really want a star symbol so we get the free action. So we have to sacrifice one of these, and we'll take this one and hope we get a good reroll. Yes, free action, yippee. Plus we still have the lightning bolt for extra action, so this should give us a good attack. And it does. Nami has good evasion. So another blitz, and I'm hoping we've got the free action, a little bit of recovery here. Ideal. Now we could use our free action to drawing some more cards, which we desperately need, but I'm thinking Pesta's attack is not that powerful at the beginning. I'd rather hobble this other officer, so I'll use the Knives Out card, which covers 2 attack. Oh, you can go diagonally, it covers basically 2 squares. And you will see there's no special effect on it yet, but later on there will be. It has a very nice chaining effect. So we'll have a look at this now. It's all attack, which is fine. And this should now give Pesta an opportunity to use his Ironsight card to dispose of this fella. We don't need the star because there's no special star-linked benefit available. So it's all out attack. So a bit more tutorial, and this is actually quite useful. It's about counterattacks, and the nice feature is that you can see before it happens how much of a counterattack there will be. Obviously long range does not trigger counterattack. And lastly, the strength of the counterattack is determined, or rather how well you can defend against it, by the number of cards you hold. Yeah, that's useful info to have. So let's have a quick look around to see what's in store for us, how we can get out of here. We see some more officers lined up here, and 3 of them, and sneakily down here a prosecutor. We haven't had one yet. Interesting character. They don't have very high HP, but they have an extremely long range and a very good aim. And finally there are more officers here, and another prosecutor, and of course Chief Justice Hetz, who has very high HP. So we somehow got to make our way through all this. So it's time to stock up on the cards. So we draw a couple more cards, and it's always nice to have a green healing card. Pesta the same. And another tutorial. It's about how many cards you can hold. You've probably already realized 7 in total, and if there's an overdraw, you draw too many cards, the leftmost will be automatically discarded, which is it's a good idea to remember that, because you don't want to have one of your best cards sacrificed just in an overdraw. Trust me, it's happened to me before. And a couple more cards. Pesta has really enough with 6, but he hasn't got any healing cards, so I'll just look at that. That was well worth sacrificing one of the others for. So now we need to think about how we position ourselves. I'll put Nami over here to try and draw them in a bit further, and what we'll do is guard for that bit of extra defense. Now Pesta I always keep well at the back because he's just so vulnerable. These guards tend to buff themselves quite a bit. I suppose standing around on duty an awful lot makes you do that sort of thing. So let's think about it. He's here, we can attack him. The other ones will close in quite quickly, so we've got to be a bit careful. But Nami will have to take this guy on full frontal, unless we just do a knives out. But no, I think we should go full frontal with Blitz. We need a free action, we really do. So I'll re-roll this one because it's got 2 stars on it somewhere, and I'm just hoping we'll get one of them. Thank you. Yes, we have to use another Blitz card. It's the only one that does the close range attack. And we got 2. So we'll re-roll this one and hope maybe for some other effect. Nice. So Nami doesn't really need to heal at this stage, can't use knives out or blitz, so what we'll do is, we could do with a few more cards, so rather than guarding I'll risk drawing. I don't think, no, Iron Sight is not, doesn't have the range, so I need to keep Pesta back a bit. We'll keep him sort of a bit out of the way. So Nami should now be able to take him out comfortably, I hope. I won't go too far in. I could go behind, but then I'm a bit exposed. So we've got 2 knives out and only 1 blitz. I can't... Okay, we'll... We'll use the knives out. So now Pesta should be able to take him out. I'll re-roll this one. Okay. There we are. All the buffing in the world won't help you. It will not save you. I'm gonna get you. Now watch the prosecutor with her long shot. That long shot gets progressively more damaging as the game goes on. Nami has good defense and good evasion, so at the moment that saves her, but I'm under no illusion that it will get a lot harder. So Nami can actually take out the prosecutor. With her blitz? I don't know. Not quite. From up close, the prosecutor is not quite as effective with her rifle. I doubt Pesta will be able to take out that other fellow with one shot, so now we'll have to endure two opponents having a go at us. You see, Pesta lost a lot of HP there, and they're ganging up on him because they can sense how vulnerable he is. But he has a good counter. So now with the quick draw we can cover both of them, which is a nice effect. And Pesta has the very valuable effect on his dice, a symbol for one new card to be drawn, which is super useful. So we'll see how that plays out. So that was a ranged effect, area of effect, which is really very important to have, as I'm sure you know. So he's got plenty of compassion cards, which he can use on not only on himself but also on Nami. So I think those will come in very handy. I'm not going to send Nami in there on her own, so we'll just stay out here and draw some more cards to prepare ourselves. Now we can use one of the healing cards, Compassion, and the lovely thing is that it works, the green cross shows you it works for 4 squares. So both characters get healing. And Pester gets a new card. Now let's have a look. This is going to be a wee bit tricky. I might just try and see if I can draw them out, and then Pester could line them up for a shot. And I'll just use guard mode. Chief Justice is buffing his troops with star dice or star shards. Star dice. So those guys, yeah, will have a slight advantage. Luckily we were guarded, so... You see how these guys suddenly have 2 star symbols there? 2 green ones? So now we can use Pester, hopefully, to deliver a valuable shot. Nice, we get some new card, 1 new card as well. That's cool. Pester's now unfortunately standing in a slightly more exposed position, but I couldn't help that. And we get a free action, which we need. So he's gone. I only have 3 knives out left, which is not really ideal, so I'm forced to draw for a new card. I was hoping for a blitz, but there we are. And you can see how Pester is getting hammered. Now we have a difficult decision to make. There's still the prosecutor to deal with. If we eliminate Chief Justice now, which would be entirely possible, the mission is over, but I am trying to wring as much XP out of this as possible, because it's going to get very tough and we're going to need it. So Pester will skedaddle away to heal himself. And you see how much XP, 17 points that gave him? It is a good idea in this game to keep doing stuff, even if you're just standing there waiting around or trying to position yourself, because you can always pile on a bit more XP. It really can make a tremendous difference, especially in the middle part of the game. Now, I only have knives out, so we'll have a go with that. Now I get a free action, and I'm not quite sure why. I assume it was the star symbol, but it is not indicated. I don't think it is. Yes, it is. Sorry. Level 2. Yeah, no, it's not clear. I'm a bit puzzled. That should be on the card if you can get a free action. Yeah, slight oversight there, I would say. So let's try that again. And that's it? Yes. Aha. He now wants to deal with Nami. You don't mess with Nami. We certainly want to line up Pesta now. He won't be able to do anything, he's not within range. But we can get some more cards. That Iron Sight is very useful. Now I don't have any blitz, so this is going to be slightly awkward. He's now having a go at Pesta. By the way, you can at any time have a look at the enemy's stats. So that's useful, so you know what you're up against. We can see he has 3 dice slot, obviously, and he's got some bonus dice, 3 star symbols, so he's obviously using those. So let's see, one of them will have to do some healing. Will to live only works this way, so so now it falls to Pesta. To do the healing. Pesta's leveled up.